What's up, everybody in the comic book community? It's me, Izzy, and welcome to the Monday Night Lineup starting show, the opening show, the kickoff of the show, all that good stuff. We're going to have a blast today, and we're going to be doing the comic book weekly poll list. I got a great guest for you guys. Let's welcome him into the party. It's none other than our boy, Digger Jim. So let's welcome him. What's up?
What an introduction. I just watched that not too long ago. That was great. I love
Watch
it.
it for Christmas or what?
I think it was right around Christmas time. And I was like, oh, we got to watch this. I told my son Vince, I was like, man, this is a Christmas show. My wife's like, no, it's not. I'm like, it totally is.
It's totally Christmas. All that stuff is Christmas related.
It's at Christmas time. It's Christmas related.
Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, let's go ahead and say what's up to the guys in the chat, starting with Las Cruces. He kicked it off as always. Las Cruces is the man.
Yeah.
He came in at 11:24 a.m. to say, hurrah. But at 5 o'clock came Scotty Vaughn. So make sure Monday Night Lineup begins. So let's go. We got a great show. We got some good shows this week. I know Scotty has a great show, great guest lined up for today. Yeah. Las Cruces returned, got the woohoo, and he's just to get that last piece of hello from New Mexico right there.
Right.
All right. We got Joffrey Castro in the house. What's up, Joffrey? How you doing? The Canadian survivalist. Look, he everybody does this, right? They wave their hands and like, hi. So look, Canadian survivalist waving his hands. We got Brian LCS in the house. What's up, Brian? We're going to be doing that giveaway pretty soon. That's going to be happening at the end of this month. So that big giveaway where we're going to be giving away those big slabs. So that's happening. Also, we got Collecting with Dirts. You got the Rats. You know, what's up, my man? And there goes our boy Tate Prime with his own rat. What's up, Tate Prime?
Tate Prime.
J-Man's in the house as well, saying what's up. Right, he's stopping by just to put that little like. Don't forget to put that like button. Hit that like. Slam that like. We got Phil's Treehouse. Spoon. Got the Pizza Rats in the house. You know what I'm saying? All that good stuff. So we got a great show lineup. I see a lot of good people. We got some stuff to do today. With that said, guys, we got some comics to give away today. We're going to be giving away these two babies. Ghost Rider's Final Vengeance #1 and the Countdown to Absolute Powers. This is the book that kicks it off with Suicide Squad Dream Team. I don't know what it's about, but it looks interesting. We got some Bizarro in it. So
yeah. That Ghost Rider looks fire, though.
That Ghost Rider does look literally on fire, right?
I might have to look at that.
Yeah, that's coming out this week. So we'll talk a little bit about that when we get to the show and we start talking about that. But in the meantime, you want to talk about what's trending?
Absolutely, let's do it.
Let's do this. Let's find out what we're gonna do.
That's probably not uncommon for your area, is
it? We see some crazy stuff. I'll admit to that. We see some crazy stuff.
Yeah.
So the first book in our list here from Key Collector, we're going to be taking a look at the trending 20 from Key Collector. The first book is Spider-Man #1. This is the first meeting of Peter Parker and Miles Morales. I love how it says briefly.
Briefly.
What's up, Taylor?
I've never read that. Have you read that?
I have the book. I did read it.
Okay.
It was by Bendis and Pichelli. I did read it a long time ago, but I can't remember anything about it.
Right.
Nothing. You know, look, he already started with the rig.
Rigged.
It's already been rigged. I just can't stop.
Yeah, I thought it was a pricier book for some reason. I don't know why.
Well, it had like obviously the covers was fine. I love the cover by Jim Chang.
Yeah.
That's cool. Oh, cool. Taylor Winder is back home. Congratulations, Taylor. Yes, it's good to see that you're home, man. So I like this book. $30 value is actually pretty modest for a book like this because it is their first meeting together.
Right.
But it's the first meeting of 616 Spider-Man, or is the first meetings of Ultimate Spider-Man Peter Parker? So that I don't remember.
Yeah.
So I gotta find out. I do have this book. I have the whole series. It was like a 5-issue series. It's a cool book. I personally enjoy it. The artwork is good because Sarah Pacelli, you know, I'm sorry, how can you go wrong with Sarah Pacelli? You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely.
So that's that book. The next book on our list is Dune #1. This is the 1985 adaptation of the 85 movie. Did you ever seen that first Dune movie?
Me?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. I'm a
And
child of that 80s. And yes, I went and saw it. Does it hold up like they're just too different? It's two different
oh yeah,
movies.
that's two different movies. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is from David Lynch.
Yeah.
And even he was like, nah, I'm not putting my name on that movie. So when the movie
Yeah.
first came out, we had no idea it was a David Lynch movie until it was like a pit name that he created.
Right.
So,
Right.
you know, it's a cool movie. We got Daniel Carpenter in the house. What's up, Daniel? So so Ultimate Spidey was dead. So at this particular time, it was 616. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. I didn't remember if it was 616 or it was that one. So thank you, Taylor. Yeah, so this book is gaining some interest from people because, you know, the movie, really. That's the whole thing. But there are some better books. There's other Dune books that are more closely related to
What's current?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I get it. It's, you know, it's Dune. It's a Bill Sienkiewicz cover, so you can't go wrong with that one. So that's pretty
Right.
cool.
I mean, the cover's fine. I was not, I mean, I went and saw the movie in the theater. I was not a huge fan of it. It was okay.
Yeah.
But I like the newer stuff better.
The sting of it all, man. It had Sting. Like,
yeah, it had Sting. Yeah, there was that.
There was that in there, so that was cool.
He was good.
All right. What's up, Joe? Wait, over here it's the sun is still kind of out because of daylight savings, so it's kind of nice.
Yeah.
All right. Another book in our list is Hulk #1. Yeah, I like this one. Red Hulk #1. This is all I gotta say about that. Yeah. First cover. It's what's interesting about this book is that it's the first cover appearance of the Red Hulk. So he makes the cover, but he doesn't show up until the very end of the book. so it's technically a cameo book, right?
Well, no, I mean, if he's in the book and he's on the cover, it's the first appearance. That's
your rule of thumb.
That's my rule of thumb anyway. I have a bigger problem with who they cast to play him.
But you're not feeling the Harrison Ford thing of it all?
I'm waiting for, I don't know. I don't think he's. I wish what's his name hadn't passed away.
Oh yeah, he was awesome.
He was
William
Hurt. I mean, when he played Thunderbolt Ross, I was like, okay, I believe that. I don't know.
Yeah, he was definitely the right part of the role, and he passed away suddenly because he was.
Yeah,
I don't think he was as old as people thought he was. So
no, I mean, I think it was a health issue thing, but I'm not sure 100% that Harrison Ford's the right choice. But we'll see. I mean, maybe they don't even use him that much. Who knows?
He has the attitude.
Yeah, true.
Harrison Ford has the attitude. And here, our very first book of the week that is considered to be a Deadpool spec book. It is all new Wolverine #1. This is X-23 debuting in the classic Wolverine costume. This book is going for a high of $30 right now, which is actually pretty modest, I'll say, for a book like this.
That's a great cover.
Yeah, it is a pretty cool cover.
Stuff. 12 variants. Oh my god.
Yeah,
all that 12 variants. Crap.
That's because they keep adding 12 variants. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What? They keep adding.
Yeah.
So But this cover by itself is a pretty cool cover.
Yeah,
What
it is.
what I would like is to have this cover, but the animentium be like foil.
Ooh,
Would have been
yes,
cool.
that would have been cool. But
So
then
we
they would have somebody would flash back to the '90s and been like, "Oh my god,
so
that's a terrible thing."
It's not bad.
I'm a foil sucker.
Yeah,
I'll
you suck
admit
for
it.
that foil.
Yes, but great book, great book.
Yeah. Another great book on this list is All-Star Superman #1. This book is there's a high print value in this book. So there's a lot of copies. That's why you
Yeah,
see a high of $8. But if you haven't read this story, you should. It is so good. You know, have you I take it you read it.
I actually didn't. I didn't pick this up, but because it's 2005, and I'm trying to think of what I was doing in 2005, but I'm sure it wasn't reading Superman. I don't know what I was reading.
I can tell you exactly what I was doing in 2005. 2005, I was having my first child. Actually, my wife was having my first child.
Yeah,
So that's what was happening in 2005.
yeah. I wasn't thinking about it, but this is a good story to pick up. And there's some stuff I'm looking for in trade. This might be one of them.
No, this is definitely a good trade because it is a 12-issue series.
Mhm.
But like I said, you could pick up the floppies. All of them are pretty cheap.
Yeah.
And it was the start of what would have been DC's answer to the Ultimate Spider-Man line, the Ultimate line.
Got you.
But this was a limited series, and in this particular series, Superman was dying.
Yeah.
And he, spoiler, he actually did. So the Batman, the All-Star Batman that was coinciding with this one, yes, I do not like this artist. I'm sorry, Taylor. I am not a Frank Whiteley. He doesn't do it for me. I'm sorry.
I'm hit or miss with him because I think he's did that X-Men cover we're about to do.
Yeah.
And I'm not a fan of that at all.
No, it's the chins are too big.
It's we'll get to it.
He doesn't do it. His women, I don't like. I cannot stand the way he draws women. His women are not sexy. I don't care what you say.
There's no clean line. It's almost like he has a nervous thing as he's trying to.
But no, that actually I like. I like the that he draws like this, right? He draws and he kind of like you could tell he's like doing that. I'm trying to imagine someone trying to ink him though, like that.
Yeah.
Would they have to ink like that? So that's interesting. All right, cool book. Love this book. But now this book is here, of course, because of the Superman movie that's coming up, and it was interesting because Nicholas Hoult, the actor that's going to play Lex Luthor in this movie, was in an interview with Michael Rosenbaum. Michael Rosenbaum played Luthor in Smallville, and he has a podcast, and they were talking about this very same book.
Okay.
I saw that podcast, and then I saw the list, and I was like, oh, look at that. And they were talking about what kind of Lex Luthor he's going to be, and it sounds to me like he's going to be a really good evil Lex Luthor. The Luthor we wanted.
A proper Lex Luthor. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, like women don't need to be drawn for your pleasure. Oh, Taylor. It's okay, man. It's all right. So here's what I think of Frank Whiteley's art. There you have it. Speaking of Frank Whiteley's art, New Mutants. What I'm saying, New Mutants, that's later. New X-Men 114. The first appearance of Cassandra Nova. This is also the first time we get the X-Men in their new leather yellow suits. Grant Morrison starts his run, and this was really as a result of the X-Men movies that came out that they decided to do this. I remember when this came out, this story, E for Extinction, is a really good story, but the one that I really like was the one with the school with Quentin.
Okay.
The school, that was a good story, but this run was iconic and stuff like that. So I got no problem with the story. So do you remember this series?
A little bit, just a little bit. You know what? I don't have any of those books anymore. I'm sure if I had them, I gave them away.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Right. So it's I think
Again, I'm an art guy, and if the art doesn't reach to me, I can only read it so long before I'm like, okay, it's not. I just can't do this.
yeah.
So, and I'm just not a fan of the art that much.
Mm-hmm.
And Taylor doesn't believe that it's okay to not be a fan, but that's whatever.
Yeah, you gotta agree with Taylor or you can't. You know what I'm saying? That's it. All right, our next book in the list is Giant Size Chiller's Dracula #1, the first appearance of Lilith. They're saying she's gonna be in the Blade movie, but there's no real confirmation about it. The only thing to say that they have an actress, her name is Mia Goth, who they believe is going to play Lilith in the Blade movie, but then again, this Blade movie is going through different scripts. So will they change it?
I don't know, but Mia Goth is not a bad looker, and she has the good body type to do that. I think she was a model for a while, and
she got the name. Mia Goth?
Yeah, I mean, I think she's done a couple of movies and whatnot, so she's got chops and whatnot, so she'll be fine.
Look at that.
I don't know how that would work with Blade, though. I feel like Blade would just go straight up against Daddy Dracula first before even bothering with the daughter. But
it's the first time,
It's a beautiful book. I need to get one of those in my collection because I just think it's a classic key.
Look, Phil says Giant Size Chiller used to be his stage name.
Nice.
That's nice. Good for you, man. I'm happy for you. Our next book on the list. This is the this is the book that I call the
what the hell is even that?
I don't know where to begin with this. I mean, I don't even think I have I have a copy of the like the white version.
Oh, so you got the reprint.
Yeah, like the second or third print of it. I don't even have an original. I don't know what happened. How I missed that.
He's a crap artist.
Here's a crap artist.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie.
Taylor.
I was a huge fan of this run, right? The Rob Liefeld first on New Mutants, then he moved his way to X-Force. So this is the first appearance of X-Force, which is technically New Mutants, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we also get new characters. Strive is the clone of Cable,
right?
All that stuff. So this book it's super cheap, but what's interesting enough about this book is because of the quality of paper that this book was printed on. It is hard to get a good copy.
Yeah,
like if you find a 9.8 of this book, hold on to it, but it doesn't really have much
no,
it's never going to really have value because it's just one of those books that there's hundreds upon thousands of these books.
Yeah.
So again, this was one of those dollar bin books for me. It's funny that 2 issues before that was the first appearance of Deadpool. So Rob Liefeld and Fabian Nicieza were working on something at this time, which was cool. That there was this level of synergy that they had with these characters. So and I have a soft spot for Shatterstar. I think he's just a cool looking character.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, and I don't know where Pharaoh's been. Pharaoh's been missing for a long time. So who knows?
I'm always going to be a Domino fan. I just thought she was just like,
But at this time it was actually Copycat. It wasn't Domino.
Domino, that's true.
So, cool. All right. Next book in our list is, now we're talking some good stuff here. Amazing Spider-Man 238. This is the first appearance of Hobgoblin. You could get yourself a high copy of this book for $4.50. I think that's totally worth it.
If it has the tattoos, it is.
Ah, you're right. If it has the tattoos, that's right. So there is a tattoo on it inside, and that's what makes it. Now, do you know what's the tattoo?
I don't, because I don't own the book. But I mean, I don't know what it is, what the tattoo is, but I know that if it's not there, people will not pay that $4.50. They'll be like, no, it's got to have a tattoo. I don't know why. It has no impact on the story, I think, but it's part of the book.
It's because the complete copy.
Right.
So now there's the speculation that Hobgoblin's going to be the next villain for Spider-Man. All it is speculation. No one has ever bothered to say anything, Jack. This movie hasn't even gone production. So to say that Hobgoblin's going to be a couple of weeks ago, they said it was going to be Scorpion. Scorpion makes more sense to me right now than Hobgoblin, because are they saying that this kid Ned Leeds is going to play Hobgoblin? That doesn't, visually speaking, that doesn't make sense to me.
Well, not just that, but from a story perspective, I mean, they wiped out the whole thing and nobody knows that he's Peter Parker. So what is the reasoning behind Ned Leeds becoming Hobgoblin and wanting to go after, you know what I mean? I think Scorpion I could get. He's street level. He fights Scorpion first.
But at the same time, if everybody forgot who Peter Parker is, this is where I'm a little confused by the story, right? If everybody has forgotten who Peter Parker is, where did he come from? How do they fix that part of it?
Yeah, I'm not sure how that's all going to play out, but I'd rather see him fight the Scorpion at that point, because like I said, I mean, everybody's forgotten that he's Peter Parker and Spider-Man are the same. Maybe they didn't get rid of Peter Parker, but they got rid of Spider-Man. Yeah, maybe that's how they did it. I have to go back and watch that movie again. It was bizarro.
But this book is awesome.
Yeah,
so
it is.
I love this book. I didn't forget who Peter Parker is. Parker.
Right.
Speaking of more Deadpool, Spec, you got New Mutants #1. This is the third appearance of New Mutants, and we get the origin of Karma. I have no idea why this book is in the list. I guess it's because of Deadpool, Spec. That's the only conclusion I could come up with, and this is the same reason why we're seeing all these New Mutant related books in this list, because there's an interest in the New Mutants in some way being a part of Deadpool. They did say there's a lot of cameos in this movie. That they confirmed that there's a lot, because there are people that actually seen the movie now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they've seen like a rough cut of the movie, and they're already seeing there's cameos.
Well, I mean, look in that one. Let's see, who was it? He had Domino, had
Shatterstar's in that
scene. The second one had a ton of different people in it. They didn't stay very long, but they were in it.
Yeah, so when Strange cast the final spell, he erased Peter Parker, being known to everyone as Spider-Man from the movie. But no one knows who Peter Parker is. So there's some weird, there's something off in this. Like, I get what they did, but it doesn't make sense now that Peter Parker has no.
Well, he's still Peter Parker. They just erased that, the fact that he was up on television and said, "Hey, I'm Spider-Man." He erased that from everybody's memory.
But they erased the knowledge of him being Spider-Man. Yeah. But they also erased the knowledge of them knowing who Peter Parker is.
I guess.
Right?
We'll have to wait and see.
What's up, Mark? How you doing, my man? Legion of Comics. We are Legion. All right. I can only speak for myself, but my interest in New Mutants has after rewatching the old X-Men. Sure. Interesting. Yeah. Sunspot is going to be part of the cartoon series. I know that much.
He's not wrong. This is a true statement. He's not wrong. That's the problem. He's absolutely right.
Yeah, exactly. And so people are going to die. Who knows? All right. If everyone forget, what do you but that's the point. I don't know. Why would everybody forget who Peter Parker is?
Yeah, I don't know.
So now here we got some more. This is actually X-Men 97 Spec, which is Uncanny X-Men 282. This is the first cameo and cover, just like the Hulk book.
Right.
When this book came out, I remember seeing this cover. Like, we got a new first appearance. And it turns out he was like the very last page.
It's still a great cover. I mean, it's a great book, great cover.
Will Spotazzi was awesome, man. He was so underrated. As cool
I love
stuff.
Bishop.
Great
I think Bishop's a great character too.
Now the new cartoon is gonna have Bishop with a haircut.
Oh, really?
I like the long hair.
I don't know. That seems kind of weird. I don't know how I'd feel about that.
Yeah.
He has to have that long hair, man. Come on, that's
Phil,
like
Phil, you have no idea. It's someone there's a YouTube group that has made Danny DeVito into Wolverine, taking clips from It's Always Sunny. You got to check that out. If I get a chance, I'll put the link so you guys can see it. But you guys definitely have to see. Yeah, I agree. I agree with Frog Brother. We need the mullet.
Have that mullet, right? Yeah, I feel like that's
like perfect Jerry curl mullet. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? All that good stuff, man. I agree with everybody. We need the mullet. Give us the mullet.
You shut your mouth, fatty. The Rock will come out there and slap the herpes off your lips.
I'm sorry about that. Sorry. Next, let's see. Because Peter tells Strange to erase him from memory. The only person that would still have known him was his Aunt May, and she's now deceased. So now, not even but how does he live his life? So he's an immigrant? What's up, Brian?
I don't know. Let's keep going on. We're dumping too deep into that, and that's a rabbit hole we can all fall down very quickly. Okay. This one I don't even get. I have this book. I read the story. Yeah. I think the irony of it is that Batman created Failsafe himself to check himself. Yeah. And now, you know what it kind of reminds me of? The whole Avengers. It's like Failsafe's the DC version of Ultron.
Oh, yeah, really?
Because they made Ultron, and, I feel like this could be their Ultron.
And Ultron made Vision, and Vision took care of all of it. But look at, you were talking about this earlier. 47 variants.
Yeah. I think I just got cover A. I'm pretty sure I just got
I got a few covers because I also have the blanks.
Yeah.
What's up, Steve White?
Hey, Steve.
How you doing, my man? The voice, Steve White.
The voice, Steve White.
All right. So first being failed save. Cool. This is a cool book. It's a good start of a new era of Batman. So good stuff. Maybe that's the reason. Maybe. Here's another book that's on the list again. X Factor #1. This is the first. What do you call the first team appearance? No, it's the original X-Men. They just renamed themselves.
Right.
But it is the first Cameron Hodge, and it's her first Rusty Collins. So that's a big deal. Those are more New Mutant characters,
right?
That are in here. Now this story again is one of those. I was looking at the story of Marilyn Pry, just the other day, and man, she got screwed.
She did.
She got screwed hard. So, yeah, drinking a Rusty Collins will mess you up. Right. But then this story was like really weird because in this series, what ended up happening is that that Cyclops left Madeline. They were married with a child.
Right. No, that's why
he straight up left her, right? And then when he saw that Jean was alive, and it was Jean, he was like, "Screw Madeline. I don't care about her and our kid." Yeah, that's a deadbeat right there, man. This is why people hate Cyclops.
He's bad. He's just bad all the way around. But yeah, she got screwed. I thought that. And who wrote that? I mean, who was?
So Louise Simonson wrote this book.
I mean, Louise, what do you think she was thinking? I'm gonna make him a dick. I'm like.
Well, it was three. It wasn't just Louise Simonson. It was Louise Simonson, Chris Claremont, and John Byrne that was all involved in this whole thing because Jean Grey returned, but she returned in the pages of Fantastic Four, which was written by Byrne at the time. Well, so Byrne brought her back.
Yeah, well, he always wanted to bring her back.
Yeah, and he brought her back, and there was so she wasn't, according to the story, she wasn't part of that whole Dark Phoenix side. So by the time it became Dark Phoenix, what they're saying is that she was cocooned. So Jean was cocooned, and then Dark Phoenix wasn't Jean, which pissed off a lot of people. Yeah. It's like, what do you mean that's not Jean? It's like, yeah. Sick burn. Yeah, exactly. Wolverine should have picked Madeline. Hashtag Cyclops sucks. I like that one. Cyclops is a player.
He is a player.
Next in our... Yeah, speaking of Dark Phoenix Saga. Hey, what's up, Tony? Tony, my man. What's going on? He's in the house. Tony's in the house comic verse. All right. So, wait. He just put up his 2-month membership. So you know what we gotta do. We gotta say thank you. Thank you for supporting the Rat Pack and being part of the Rat Pack. All right, so our next book in the list is Uncanny X-Men 132. This is the 4th part of the Dark Phoenix Saga. First full team appearance of the Hellfire Club with Black Bishop, White Bishop, Tessa, Sage, which is we get to see her years later, which is pretty cool. We got Tate Prime in the house. Tate Prime is now throwing in his membership. So Tate. Hashtag no to Rat Pack.
Oh Lord.
All right. This book is one of those books, man. This whole run, right? So starting with this, starting with this book, you just had banger after banger after banger after banger, and like first appearance here, first appearance there, first appearance everywhere.
It's my favorite run in the X-Men as a whole. The whole storyline,
the whole Phoenix saga.
Yeah, that whole thing from the beginning is just phenomenal. And the next one where, I mean, they pretty much whip the X-Men's butt because they don't know what they're going up against. But then they make them the mistake of leaving Wolverine. Like he didn't leave him. They pushed him down like 7 floors down into the sewer, and he's like, that picture, that panel of him coming down saying,
My turn.
I'm like, oh shit. I could not wait for that book to come out as a kid. I was like, we got to hurry up. This has got to hurry up and get done.
That's when we had like really bad. That's when Wolverine became like super badass. You know what I mean? It was the first solo Wolverine. In that run, it was good. It was bound to happen.
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of Wolverine, we got here Wolverine 36. This is the first appearance of Helverine, which is the mashup of Wolverine and Ghost Rider. So what's your thoughts here?
I got none. I mean, I love Ghost Rider. I love Wolverine. So, it's like,
why not have
them both? Yeah, I'm 100% behind it. Let's do it.
We got here, Joe. Remember, for one, Cyclops is a player, all right. He was with Gene still when he started. Yeah. Yeah, but did Emma mess him up?
Yeah, pretty much.
That was more of a that was Emma doing the job there. That's how I see it. But you know what? We have to say thank you to Joe because he is a channel member. That is real. That is not a fake.
That is crazy. Look what Taylor wrote.
It's what I bet it is too. He has your hair. I can tell. I can see. So our next book up is another Spec book. Now this is X-Men number 4, the first appearance of Omega Red. I've seen this book go up in value, but it's again like the X-Men during this time. There's a high print run, so that's why the high is $20. You could get this book at a good price.
Oh yeah, I've got 2 copies sitting over there that I got really cheap.
I got mine. I have mine double signed. So I got Chris signed. No, Chris didn't do this one. I take it back. Scott Lobdell, because Chris left in issue 3. Right. And Jim did this one with Scott Lobdell. So it's just an awesome cover. I remember when we were talking about, they were talking about Omega Red. Omega Red is one of those characters I cannot wait to see him in some live action format.
I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't pop up in the Deadpool. If you want to talk about Speckity Spec, this could very well be. You know, they're throwing him all over the place. They're doing the whole time thing. He might show up in the middle of Siberia, you know, for some reason he has to go there and, you know, kill somebody to make the timeline right. And there's Omega Red going,
And you know what? You're not wrong in saying that, because there are scenes in him being in some winter setting, right?
Yeah.
So who knows? Maybe that'd be cool if we get an Omega Red. No one's really talking about him like that in being Deadpool, but who knows? You know, so
That's part of Speckity Spec. You don't know. You have to wait and see.
Now we have our next book in the list, Ultimate X-Men #1. This book came out last week. Did you get your copy?
I did not. I'm just not a Peach Momoko fan to that level, and I'm sticking only with one Ultimate title, and that is Spider-Man.
Ultimate Spider-Man.
I have enjoyed Ultimate Spider-Man. I'm sure it's great. Scotty Vaughn said that he got a horror vibe off of it, and I can believe that. I mean, but I don't know a whole lot about Armor, the character in there, so.
So right now the book is called Ultimate X-Men when it probably should have been called Ultimate Armor, because they're not really, it's not a team book yet. So I'm curious to see where Peach is going to take this,
right?
Because she's doing the whole writing art duties for the books, which she's done before with Demon Days.
She did Demon Days,
yeah. So she's done it before. So it's interesting to see where it goes. Out of the 3 books, I'll say, like Ultimate X-Men, Ultimate Spider-Man, Ultimate Black Panther, I think it might be the weakest of the 3.
Yeah. I don't know.
But
I mean, I think she likes to lay a long story, maybe she's just starting small.
But as far as the art goes, I love the art. I think the art's gorgeous. And yes, Taylor, I like this art better than Frank Quitely. Because I like Me Peach. I like her watercolor style. I think it's really nice. It's actually beautiful to me. So yes, gotta have me some peaches. Yes, peach.
For me, it's
peaches.
50-50. I mean, it fits in certain things, other things not so much.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think when it comes to her style, you could tell when she cares. You know what I mean? When she doesn't care. All right, so that's the thing. Princess Peaches. Oh, I got something in my mind for next time. So we'll do that there for next time, right? All right. Next book here. We talked about Pharaoh, but now we're talking about the new type of Pharaoh, and that is Pharaoh #1, the Ashcan, which is demanding $40. This is one of those exclusives that pop up. It's from the creators of Stray Ball, so Tony Fleece and company. This book again, people are like, it's picture cats, but in The Walking Dead.
So they're dead, or
I don't know. I haven't read it. I can't say. But what I was told was that it is Walking Dead, but with cats.
But it's coming out this week, right? Or did it come out last week?
This is the Ashcan. This was the exclusive Ashcan that came out. So the book is coming out. Remember when? Yeah, I do remember when Stray Dog was with money, and I was able to pick up one for like $15 the other day. So that's because they haven't been. Yeah, zombie cats, rabies. Now, where's the rat story? That's what I want.
The rats are what caused the whole darn thing. So I'm sure they'll be in there somewhere.
You know,
the rats zombie carried the rat zombie virus or something. Who knows?
Probably, right?
I might actually pick up a copy just to check out. I never read any Stray Dogs, so I don't know.
Yeah,
but I have a cat, so maybe I'll.
You could write your own rat story. Yes, I could write my own rat story.
Right on.
Now my wife is like, no, you can't in the background. I was forbidden. All right. Our next book is Spawn 350. This was the exclusive 1 per shop variant. And it was 1 per shop. It wasn't 2 per shop. It wasn't like Lunar and Diamond. It was 1 book. You got 1 book, and pretty much everybody in their shop resold their book, and it's going for $350. because it has a Todd McFarlane signature. He loves to do these things, doesn't he?
Well, I mean, it's what keeps it exciting. I mean, keeps the market running. And I mean, Spawn, it's Spawn 350. It's a milestone, number. And I don't personally read Spawn, but I'm sure that people like Durs, if somebody came and said, "Hey, Durs, do you want this?" He would just explode.
Durs, Austin LeMay.
Yeah,
we got our we call instead of Swifties the Spawnies.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's fine. You gotta love something, and that's what you love.
Yes, Tape Prime. But is it mouse about mice? It's not about. There you go. That's like the ultimate rat story, I guess. You can't touch that one. So, all right, and then finally, our last book. You were talking to me earlier today about this Invincible Iron Man 15, the 1 in 25 variant. This features Emma Frost in an Iron Man costume.
Now, the metal is called Mysterium. That's the metal. Yeah, it's stronger than vibranium and adamantium. He pretty much, in this issue, Emma Frost is attacked by a robot that's made out of vibranium, and Iron Man ends up eventually getting to his new Mysterium suit and, whoop some butt.
Whoop some butt.
Yeah.
All right. So we got the 1 in 25 variants going for about $30. Biker Mice. Look, another one. Biker Mice from Mirage. That's a rat story. There you go. Hey, thank you, group. All right, so there you have it. Those are the books for this week that are in the top list here. Sure, why not? You know what I'm saying? I got nothing on them. There are some here that are cool. We're going to see. Are we? No, Tony's gone. He ain't coming back.
So. No, I don't
if he
think
comes
so.
back, it's going to be very short lived. I don't think
he's busy with Oppenheimer now.
I think he's done with Oppenheimer. He's
done with Oppenheimer.
He's shining that trophy really nice.
Yeah. So I mean, he's looking for the next big thing. He doesn't have to. He has to come back.
Yeah, sooner or later, right? But we'll see. All right. So you ready to talk about some top 10 books?
Yes, absolutely.
All right. So let's do the top 10 for cover price and CBSI. So let's take a look at what they are.
Number 10. Number 9. Number 8. Number 7. Number 6. Number 5. Number 4. Number 3. Number 2. Number 1.
Number 10. Number 9. Number 8. Number 7. Number 6. Number 5. Number 4. Number 3. Number 2. Number 1.
Any interesting books?
I want to get that Space Ghost. I'm
Space
old.
Ghost is nice,
I want that
right?
Space Ghost.
I'm sure John Malone is like waiting for that book to come.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure he bought like 5 different copies of it.
I think he did already. You know what I'm saying?
So
And Ultimate is not that good. Yeah, like I said, it was the weaker of the bunch. So we'll see. But I think it's a long-term thing with that book. The one that stood out was the Kurt Cobain book.
Yeah, that was
like.
I've never seen that.
It's called Grunge Comics Presents. So it's a very indie book. Who even asked for a comic book? Dude, there's comic books about everybody.
Oh, I got one with the Foo Fighters just 2 weeks ago.
Oh yeah. So there's one with the Pearl Jam, Alice in Chains. That's why it's called Grunge Comics Presents. So it's from that era, and stuff like that. So and a Kurt Cobain story in comics just makes sense. Somebody will make it, a good one. There's talk about making a movie for that and all that, but there's a lot of right stuff that's going to in that way. So. With that said, Jim, can you tell us a little bit about what you do in your channel and everything about that? So,
okay, Digger Jim. I dig in long boxes, and when I'm not digging in long boxes, I dig in the ground for history. So you'll see metal detecting videos on my channel, and you'll see where I go to flea markets and different places where I might pick up some books or some cards. I like doing pack rips because I'm a soccer fan. Go Arsenal. Yeah, I got a video coming out. My boy Dope Comics sent me an AOK. As soon as I can finish editing it, I'll be throwing that out there. You'd be surprised. I was shocked at what he sent me. I was like, this is a crazy book to get. I'll show you backstage.
Oh, nice. All right. So, Jim, I have a question for you. How do you feel about adventure movies?
Adventure movies? I love adventure movies.
Yeah, good events like Indiana Jones and stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. So I heard that there's this new movie coming out, and I got the exclusive rights for the trailer. Do you want to see it?
Yes.
Let's see it.
In the heart of the untamed American wilderness, there roams a figure with a heart as wild as the land itself. He moves with purpose, his steps deliberate, his eyes scanning the horizon for signs of hidden wealth. Armed with a metal detector, this lone adventurer scours the land in search of elusive coins, each one a piece of history waiting to be discovered. With every beep and blip of his detector, he feels the thrill of the hunt coursing through his veins. But it's not just coins that capture his imagination. Oh no, he's also on the lookout for rare and valuable comics. Yet, beware. He has little patience for facsimile editions.
It's a reprint.
Only the genuine article will do for this intrepid explorer. With his keen eye and unyielding determination, the mysterious figure traverses the rugged terrain, guided by a sense of adventure that knows no bounds. After all, you never know what hidden treasures lie just beneath the surface, waiting to be unearthed by this enigmatic seeker of riches. This is Digger Jim.
So thanks again, and as always, keep digging.
That's like a retro vibe, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'm gonna upgrade that. That's something I've been thinking about doing in the 2024 is working on getting rid of my 80s Miami Vice opening there because
terrible cast.
Terrible cast. Yeah.
Nice.
Thank you. That was amazing. I can't, but man, you got pulled some footage from all over the place. That's great.
His name is Gamma Jim.
Yeah, that's what Dope calls me, Gamma Jim.
Oh man,
I was infused with the Hulk gamma rays. So
yeah, Digger Jim rules, man. There you go, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun, man. I was saying to myself, okay, I got to think of something good, and I was like, oh yeah,
that was excellent. You got to send me that. That's got to somehow you got to send that to.
We'll get some.
Might be able to use that. I'm playing this now. As you set me up
Just
good.
Open it up, right? You know what I'm saying? All right, guys. It is time to find out what's coming out this week with the pull list. All right, we got the pull list for this week, and oh man, 18 titles. So look, Richard's already asking for one.
I didn't get one, dude. I didn't get one.
channel members. This is membership exclusives. So we got to talk about that. Anyway, 18 titles from Marvel, starting with the book that I think looks like we were just talking about earlier that we're going to be giving away. Ghost Rider Final Vengeance #1 is coming out this week. That cover is just worth buying.
Just for that alone, I agree.
Just for that,
even if I don't get any of the other stories, that cover is just amazing.
So that's a banger cover of the week, as we like to say in the hangout. Also coming out, Symbiote Spider-Man 2099 #1. There's some spec into that one. But it's cool looking. Just I want to see some more Symbiote Spider-Man. I don't mind.
Yeah.
Black Widow, Hawkeye. I like this title only because I like hearing the adventures of Hawkeye and Black Widow.
Black Widow, yeah.
Right. Especially when Hawkeye first came out. His first appearance, he was fighting for Black Widow.
Black Widow, right.
Yeah. So there's always been a connection between the two of them. So that's always cool. And the next book here is actually a freebie. So they're going to be giving out a free book next week, Blood Hunt Diaries. I say pick up 2 copies if you can of this book, because this is going to be the start of the event series that Marvel has lined up coming up. So if the event's good, if Jay McKay writes a really good story, I could just see this book being a hot commodity.
I love Jed McKay. He doesn't do wrong with Moon Knight, and I think he'll do fine with this. I've already pre-ordered the 70s Blade Negative Space cover.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
that's cool.
Any Negative Space, I'm getting 100%.
Yeah, cool. So that's coming out this week. Also coming out, you know what? John Romita's covers. John Romita, as of late, Jr. has been off, but that cover is nice.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's not
right
bad at all.
But it does reminisces his old cover that he did years ago of Spider-Man. But you know what? If he could stick to this style, I'm in. You know what I mean? And I love Romita Jr. Lately, he's just been falling. I don't know. It's just, I don't know.
I did not like that Kingpin he did. I didn't think it was proportionally built right. So, but that's me.
Yeah. So you got that one. You got Ultimate Black Panther #2. I'm sure it's going to be a hot book. So pick up your copies where you can. Also, Avengers Twilight. This is a book that for some people is a sleeper hit. Because it's being overshadowed by the Ultimate lines, but people are picking this book up. Yeah. So come Wednesday, when these books come out, don't forget to pick up Avengers Twilight #4. Frog Brawl is right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed it.
So good. It's kind of like a Kingdom Come, right? In a way.
In a way, yeah. Yeah. He's just, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it's pretty cool. Maybe because it's the whole Alex Ross of it all. You know what I'm saying?
Could be.
Look at it, Taylor. Pass. Dead X-Men #3 comes out this week. Not a lot of buzz behind that book, but if you're interested, you're interested. Wolverine 45. I can't get enough of Wolverine and Sabretooth fighting. So of course this is a pickup for me. I've been loving this series. I love how violent it's been.
Right.
You guys said it's really fun. Yeah, Sabretooth is like, no, I'm going to mess you up in this one. So that's pretty cool. Immortal Thor #8, Fall of the House of X #3. I had hope for the series, and apparently it just hasn't been doing it yet.
Right.
Carnage #5. That's a pretty cool cover right there. So that's coming out this week. Spider-Gwen Smash #4 is out.
Yeah.
I'm surprised I don't see any Hulk in this book so far.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say
Smash. But look at that. What if Venom? That's another one of those cover buys.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm trying to think. Have they done that before though?
I don't know. That I was thinking the same thing when I was looking at it. It's like, has it been done?
I kind of feel like they've done that story before, though.
Yeah, they probably did, but it's a what if, so you can always do what ifs. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Power Pack Into the Storm.
Nope.
Right?
Not gonna
What if? Well, it's not What If Aliens. It's actually Aliens. Issue 2. So it's not What If Aliens. I missed that one out. But Star Wars Dark Vader #44 and Star Wars Mace Windu also coming out. this week for the Star Wars books. Right? That's what he says before getting. Yeah, right. All right. Over at DC, we got 13 titles that are coming out. There's some pretty good books in the list, starting with Suicide Squad Dream Team #1. Again, this is the kickoff to the Absolute Power storyline that's going to start for the event series that's happening over at DC. Also, you have Batman Dylan Dog. So Batman Dylan Dog, they've been having multiple series here and there. So it's a crossover between companies. I think this might be like the third Batman Dylan Dog or something like that. I never read them.
I didn't read them.
Yeah, they don't interest me like that. Batman Robin #7 comes out this week. Action Comics 1063 Backwards Metropolis.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That
So the
might be
Bizarro storyline is there, and this is also, I think this is supposed to lead into Absolute Power, so it's part of that story. It's gonna lead into that story. So
right.
Mm-hmm. Who is Dylan Dog? I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's a movie franchise or something like that. Something along those lines. So
far, Suicide Squad has been the thing I'll pick up out of all this.
Yeah.
I think my brother's getting the Green Lantern though.
Oh yeah. Well, Green Lantern #9 is coming out this week. That's a nice cover. Yeah,
it is a nice cover.
Wesley Dodds, the Sandman, is the final issue of the storyline. Red Hood, The Hill #2. I'm not crazy about the Red Hood story. However, I've been reading the Wesley Dodds. I think I'm behind about 2 issues, but it's pretty good. I enjoyed it. Outsiders #5. I don't know what they're screaming at. So we'll find out in Gala of Ghouls. Yeah. Dylan Dog's on Netflix. Yes, that is correct. And wasn't Dylan Dog played by Brandon Roth as I remember?
He was. Yeah.
So that's what Dylan Dog is. So really, why Batman? Why did you just do Superman? It makes more sense.
I think I don't know. Maybe horror. Maybe it's because it's horror or something.
Who knows?
Speed Force.
Yeah, exactly. Speed Force #5 comes out this week. Sinister Sons #2.
Now, who is that? Who is that?
What, Sinister Sons?
Yeah.
I mean, so that's Sinestro's son.
Oh, you're kidding.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why he has the yellow. He's yellow and
Sorry to interrupt, but I had to ask because I was like, I don't get who that is.
That's what you're here for, man. You're here to interrupt me. No one wants to hear my voice. Just sounds smooth. That's all.
Continue.
Fables 162 is out this week. Cool. Outsiders is the new Planetarian. Oh, look at that.
All right.
Okay. And Looney Tunes 277 because you can't get enough Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck in your life. Over at Image, we got 12 titles. We have starting with Napalm Lullaby #1. That's the #1 book. The 6th issue of the Transformers arc is going to be completed this week. That is a fire of a cover. That is an awesome cover. With you know what I mean? With Optimus just laying down. And I think that's Duke. Really cool cover. Fish Flies #5. No One #8 is coming out this week. No One. It's been a while since I've seen No One in the list, so it's been on hiatus for a little bit. So it's good to see it back. I Hate Fairyland, Scotty Young story, issue #12. The One Hand #2. Dark Ride #11, and be on the lookout for the variants for Dark Ride. They always do like a Disney theme with the Dark Ride. And Patrol Head #5 is coming out this week. Also, Our Bones Dust #4, Adventure Man, Ghost Light, and The Weatherman 3, and The Cabinet #2. Those are your Image books. There's not a lot going on with the indie titles. There's a very few indie titles that are out there, but over at Boom Studios, you got a new book called I Heart Skull Crusher #1. Could be interesting. The artwork looks pretty cool. I like the way it looks.
Yeah.
House of Slaughter 21 is out this week. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the return to. I don't know about you, but I was already a teenager at the time of the Power Rangers. How you feel about the Power Rangers?
I was grown by the time the Power Rangers came out. I could care less about them. It's just not my thing.
Mm-hmm.
I like when it's not my thing.
So Steve White is confirming that the cabinet sucks.
Sucked. Okay.
All right, thank you, Steve, for letting us know. Zawa, The Belly of the Beast, number 5. Firefly, The Fall Guys, number 6. And Abbott, 1979, number Voltron equals. Yeah, we always said that about Power Rangers, but
Yeah,
I think it's actually different. There is some difference between the two, but I agree. All right. Over at Dark Horse, you have John Carpenter's Toxic Commando: Rise of the Sludge God, number 1. That should be interesting. I'm curious. And also a book by Tom King, Helen of Windhorn. So Tom King wrote this book, so that should be interesting to see. Star Wars: The High Republic Adventures, number 4. Blue Book, 1947, issue number 2. And The Assassin's Apprentice, number 2, over at issue 4. That's Dark Horse. Over at IDW, you got Sons of Star Trek, number 1. Cool. What's up, Ken?
That might not be bad.
No, I'm not much of a Star Trek guy, so I'm not going to pick that up. But most people are Trekkies. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 149 on the road to 150. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Dark Spaces Dungeon number 4. Over at Mad Cave, you got Legacy of Violence number 11, Skeeters number 4, Ablaze, The Prism number 6, The Agent number 4, and then you have Thundercats issue number 2. Now, Thundercat issue number 1 was weak,
Mm-hmm.
so let's see how issue 2 holds up. Rick and Morty Super Spring Break Special over at Whatnot Publishing, The North Valley Grimoire number 5, Massive Wash by the Blood. That's a very interesting title for a book.
It is.
Right. Over at Blood Moons Comics, you have Hexpaw, Left Paw of the Devil. And Ahoy Comics has The Wrong Earth, Dead Ringers number 1. And Keen Spot, Green Horns number 2. And finally, AWA Upshot has Little Black Book number 1. That's the new book for the week. So any books that you're interested in?
Not that I saw. I get like I am reading like Houdini, and it's from Zenoscope though. It's like Houdini and Holmes and Houdini.
Yeah.
I'm getting that, and I'm always gonna get like Newburn. Newburn is the bomb, so I'm limited on what I'm gonna get indie wise, but I didn't see anything that jumped out at me. But maybe the Thundercats, the second issue, see if it rebounds.
I'm sure it has 100 titles. I'm sure it has like 1,000,001 covers.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? So
I'm only gonna pick whatever my store decides to order, and I'll grab one.
All right. You want to do a giveaway?
Yes.
Let's have fun, guys. It's time for a giveaway. What are we giving away this week? Well, we're gonna give away some comics. The Ghost Riders Final Vengeance number 1 and Suicide Squad Dream Team. Those are the books for today. And with that said, guys, let's do this. Let's make this happen right about today's hashtag's gonna be it's a reprint.
Damn it.
It's a reprint. So that's gonna be today's hashtag. Make sure you put it down. Make sure you get that it's a reprint in there. So we'll wait. We'll see people starting to put them in. Yes.
Can I just say one thing?
Yeah, go for it.
Here's the sad state of the world today, people. That is my highest viewing video that I have on my channel. I kid you not. If you go look at all of the, it'll say like this. I can't, I get an amazing AOK from Lady F. It'll get like 50, 60 views. Epic Fail gets 1,600 views. It's insane.
Well, that's it. People like to see other people hurting.
It's sad. It's a sad state of affair. I'd much rather watch somebody win and enjoy themselves. Me personally, I don't want to watch anybody.
But
You know.
I will admit the reaction cracked me up when I first saw it, because I saw it at the Hangout.
That was real. That was real, bro. It was real. It was just like,
It's a
it's a you can't make. I mean, my brain was not thinking straight when I did that. That's
oh
all.
my goodness, that's such a good moment. That was a fun moment and stuff. So we have ourselves 18 watching. We have 13. Should we run it?
Yeah, run it.
Let's run it. Let's see who gets it. Everybody A-okay. They're reprints and shit.
That's wrong, Taylor.
Well, let's find out who wins. Maybe I'll throw in a reprint in there.
Yeah, definitely.
Ryan. Congratulations, Ryan. You are walking away with those 2 books. Maybe there'll be a reprint in there. So we'll find out. Jim, it's been fun, man.
Oh, thank you for having me. This was a blast.
Tyler says he's watched the
Watched
video
it 65 times. It's sad. It really is. The highest video viewing I've gotten on all my videos. It's a sad state of affairs on the planet, guys. Yeah. Well, it's fun. It was, I put it up there because I wanted to laugh at myself. So once it's out there, it's out there.
Once it's out, it's out. But that's the fun of doing these things, right? You put it out there. It's just fun, man. Anyway, Jim, one more time, where can people find you?
Digger Jim 720 on Instagram and YouTube. I post a lot of stuff on Instagram that doesn't make it to YouTube because it's just small little reel footage. I'll always going to be putting up shorts of digs when I find stuff, or I go on an adventure that not necessarily may have enough to make a video, but I did find a few cool things. I'll just post them as a short. So
cool. That's awesome, man.
Mm-hmm.
Well, be on the lookout for Jim's stuff. Go sum them up. Yeah, go sub Jim up. It's still totally worth it. Where are you right now in your sub count? You, like
527.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
I went over the 500 mark the other day, probably because of the reprint. People were like, "Oh, let's feel sorry for him. Let's sub him up. He's an idiot that picked up a reprint."
So Kiana wants to tell you thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. This was fun. I had a blast.
All right. Well, we'll definitely bring Jim back someday because I love having Jim in the show. But we'll leave you off with some good stuff because I always like having something good here. And here's some booty for you.
You're cut out like all the others. You must be exterminated.
Guys, we'll see you next time. Go check out Scotty Vaughn's channel right now. He's having an interview with Chris and Ralph Productions. We'll see you soon. Excelsior, guys.